told me that when he brought me from where I was to his company, I had been able to achieve whatever he had given me and even done more, because I used to stay on for long hours and to do a lot of jobs for my boss. So though he paid me for the work I was doing, at the end of the day, my boss said, kudos to you, and it didn't end there. He gave me a pat on my shoulder. And what that did was that it served as an impetus for me to work hard all throughout the years. And that's how come my current employer saw me and said, guy, come, let's work. So it is in the same vein that the SIGA, the State Interest and Governance Authority, together with the Ministry of Public Enterprises, said we have specified entities who signed contracts, a performance contract with us in 2020. We have evaluated those performances, we've scored them and we've ranked them, and today we have to say kudos to all those who are doing so well. Just so it serves as a platform for other people to do better, and for the people who would acknowledge today also to keep doing what they're doing and even improve on what they're doing. So ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are here to say kudos to some specified entities and state-owned enterprises. And it's my honor to welcome all of you to this place. This is a very beautiful place. And you're looking also, a round of applause for yourselves. You've done well. Anyway, my name is Samuel Kojo Brace. I work for Multimedia. I'm with the Joy News brand. And tonight, it's my honor to move my, hosting abilities from the studio to this place. But you know that in this nation, it's become part of us. We don't start a program without saying a word of prayer to God or to pour libation. Today, we are not pouring libation. We'll say a word of prayer. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Director General of SEC with us, Reverend Daniel Ogbami. Please, let's welcome him with a round of applause. Reverend Daniel Ogbami Tete. Oh, Unzimbono sir. Boka kraka homam.
Thank you very much. Can I that we rise to our feet for the word of prayer? Shall we pray? Our Father and our God, we thank you so much for today. We are here because of your grace. We are here because by your tender mercies, we've been counted among the living. We thank you for your goodness to us as a nation. We thank you for the public sector, the various specified entities here. We thank you for the gifted men and women in this place that you've blessed this nation with. We have a lot to be thankful for. And so with one accord, we say thank you. We also thank you even for this maiden edition of the Public Enterprises League Table. We thank you for the brains behind this particular program and all who are put together. We commit this edition, and not just this edition, but all the subsequent ones. We ask your blessing upon it in the name of Jesus. As we have begun today, we speak a word in faith that this program will become better with the coming years. And importantly, the objective behind this will be achieved, that through this program and other initiatives, the public sector in Ghana would operate at a higher level of efficiency and effectiveness to your praise and to your glory in the name of Jesus. Father, tonight we ask that you add your blessings to all that we shall do here. In Jesus' name we've prayed with thanksgiving. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Please be seated.
Can we do it better for the ensemble? Thank you very much. So this league table is to make sure we show ourselves a little. What it's going to do is to enhance competitiveness amongst the specified entities, and also to ensure that chief executives and MDs who are doing so well are recognized. So this really is going to be a game changer in the public sector. Now, I did say welcome, but my welcome was like, the apostle paving way for Jesus Christ to come and deliver the right word. So I just came to give you the apostolic welcome. This time we have to give you the Jesus-like welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the podium the Chief Director of the Ministry for Public Enterprises, Madame Christina Edmond. Please, a round of applause for her as she comes. In Kensimboye besi entina ke yeba mo edru ha. Aha, yenye mo nye feo.
Thank you very much. The Minister for Public Enterprises and MP for Efia constituency, Honorable Joseph Kujo. Members of Parliament present, the Honorable Deputy Minister for Finance, Deputy Ministers here present, chairpersons of boards of directors of specified entities, the Director General of SIGA, Ambassador Edward Boateng, Chief Executive Officers, Managing Directors, Director Generals of our specified entities, representatives of civil society organizations and our development partners, distinguished invited guests, our partners from the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to you all. It is such a delight to see this initiative off the shelf. And on behalf of the Minister for Public Enterprises, Honorable Joseph Kujo, and his partners, the Honorable Minister for Finance, Mr. Ken Oforiatta, the Director General of SIGA, Ambassador Edward Boateng, and the Planning Committee, I extend a warm welcome to you all for making it to the first ever Public Enterprises League Table Awards. We are delighted to have you here. Your presence has reaffirmed to us the key role the specified entities play in our economy. For your presence, we are very grateful. Tonight is all about our specified entities. If we had had this program in the day, we could have termed it our day, like the school children do. But tonight we are here to unveil the much-awaited Public Enterprises League Table, PELT as we call it, and also recognize and celebrate entities that have performed well and distinguished themselves with innovative practices to deliver high performance. All of this amidst enormous challenges. The PELT, as we know and as been told, is an initiative by Honorable Joseph Kujo, the Minister for Public Enterprises. And the purpose is to stimulate competition among the specified entities. The PELT is simply a tool deployed to assess the performance of the specified entities. Akin to the soccer table, the PELT ranks the performance of the entities based on measurable performance dimensions and indicators provided in the performance contract signed between the entities and the government, represented by SIGA. The awards, as they are, is to provide non-pecuniary incentives for improved performance. It is also to encourage and support struggling entities. And indeed, we hope that PELT would answer the oft-asked question after signing the performance contract, then what? This maiden edition is based on the 2020 performance contracts, and the table is limited to the entities that signed the contract. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have a theme for this evening, and the chosen theme, improving public sector business outcomes, is intended to highlight the many exciting results in efficiency and improved performance of the entities over the past few years, to show that opportunities exist to change the gloomy narrative of poor performance. The 2020 State Ownership Report, whilst highlighting losses made by the entities, also revealed tremendous improvements made by these entities. And this is a clear indication that positive change is possible. And with incentives such as the One PELT Award is envisaged, we believe that this momentum can be sustained and the narrative would very soon be changed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not here only to award, but we would also have a symbolic signing of the 2022 performance contract between some entities and SIGA as a precursor to the 2023 PELT Awards. The Director General of SIGA will tell us more about that. Permit me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to extend sincere appreciation to all those who have in diverse ways supported this venture into fruition. Our sponsors, our stakeholders, the media. They have all been committed and loyal to this cause, and I thank them sincerely. Ladies and gentlemen, I would respectfully crave your indulgence and ask for a round of applause for the technical team who have worked and are still working to bring this to fruition. Shall we give them a round of applause, please? They are still in there, moving about, trying to ensure that this program is a success. They have indeed done a yeoman's job, and I thank you for acknowledging that. To the entities who would win awards, congratulations in advance. We hope that these awards will stimulate you to do more and turn around the fortunes of your entities, so you can play the critical role envisaged for you in the development of the economy. For those who would not win awards tonight, don't worry, there will be opportunities in the future. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are here trying to find solutions to a long-term problem. I would permit me, before I take my seat, to paraphrase Dr. Ephraim Amun's Yanara Assassini, to say that Yanara Enjumani Eyabodin Emayen Enjuma Edikanfubi Emayen Edu Yansu Yeso Sayabaye Ma Mfaso Abaso. Indeed, it should be our collective resolve to make the public enterprises work. I say once again that we are truly grateful that you could join us to make tonight a success. Memamunyina Akwaba. Please enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Edmond. Oh, can we get again an applause for what she's done? Well, one of the awards that we'll be giving out tonight is to award the most digitized specified entity. So today, for your program lineup, we're going to go digital. So we're going to put QR code on the screen. I'm told that wherever you are, just put your phone's camera on it and scan it. And you can have all the program lineup on your phone. And that's why we're not doing papers tonight. So if my guys are ready, just put the QR code on it so that we can all scan and get the program lineup. So it's a way of saying that we are in a different world. And Ghana is not, this time we're not slagging. We are going with the word boot for boot. So I don't know, are we ready? Okay. So use your phones and get it, and then you'd have the full program lineup on your phones. I am reliably informed this program is streaming live on the nation's broadcaster, Ghana Television. So tonight, Ms. Moore GTV, so for now, yeah, G-host tonight, and this program is also streaming live on all social media platforms. We have it on the PELT Awards. We also have it on the Ministry of Public Enterprises, as well as the State Interest and Governance Authority's Facebook page. So we had the Chief Director of the Ministry of Public Enterprises coming to welcome us. It's now time to hear from SIGA. And the one to do us these honors is the Director General of SIGA, Ambassador Edward Boateng. Ladies and gentlemen, once in one over more.
Good evening. I guess maybe one of the reasons for the low hand, the clapping, is the fact that we haven't fed you. Next year, I promise we will feed you when you come for our event. I would also like to apologize for the late start, especially for those who came at 5 o'clock. We're dealing with some emergencies. That's why we weren't able to start early. So we do apologize for that. Honorable Minister of Public Enterprises, my good friend Joseph Kujo, Ministers of State assembled here today, Members of Parliament, Board and Management of SIGA, Board, Public Interest and Accountability Division of the Ministry of Finance, the Honorable Deputy Minister of Finance, board members, CEOs and management of specified entities, members of the diplomatic community, our development partners, especially AFD and the World Bank, media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very delighted to welcome you to the maiden edition of the Public Enterprise League Table Awards, the brainchild of our sector minister, Honorable Joseph Kujo. And I'd like all of you to clap for him, and this time a big clap. I say so because from the time I was nominated for my position, every time I met him, he would tell me, Edward, they say I PELT Awards now because and I thought I didn't even understand what PELT meant. So what does PELT mean? So I think today is a very good day for the minister. He's nurtured a dream and it's come to fruition. Well done. The theme of this year's awards is improving public sector business outcomes. These recognitions awards are to increase the level of discipline, responsibility, and accountability among specified entities. The awards are based on the achievement of the targets set in the performance contracts signed with entities and SIGA. The targets are to a considerable extent set by the entities themselves, but sadly, many of us fail to meet our own set targets. We hope, through the public recognition that these PELT Awards will give, more entities will strive to achieve the targets that we've set for 2022 and going forward. We also hope it will encourage other entities that are struggling to do better. The government is looking to the state specified entities to contribute a minimum of 30% to GDP. I remember when I was given this job, I went to see the Minister of Finance and I asked him what his expectation was. And he said to me that at the minimum, he felt that public enterprises should be doing 30%. It wasn't something I personally had ever thought of. So I did a quick calculation in my head and I said to him that, are you serious? And he said, yes. So when I was leaving the place, my question to myself was, how is this achievable? But then after almost a job, I realized that we can achieve the 30% without even being productive. Just a matter of doing our numbers, making sure that our books are correct and all that. And sadly, that is what most of us are not doing. And we're hoping that these awards will spur people on to do the simple things. I mean, the low-hanging fruits, your audited accounts, your management accounts, just making sure that you achieve your own set KPIs. I mean, latest indications or the latest figures we have indicate that public specified entities, even though they manage about 50% of the national productive assets, 50% of our national productive assets, our contribution to GDP is less than 5%. I think this year, through the effort of Controller and ourselves, we managed to push it to about 21%. But the official figure is we're doing less than 5%. And I think it's a challenge for all of us in this room that we need to improve that figure because we can. Several interventions have been done by SIGA and the Ministry of Public Enterprises. And we're pushing all these things. I think sometimes some of the CEOs and some of the entities may find it frustrating. But I think we're doing all this because it's important that we contribute our quota so that we can begin to change the narrative. I remember a few months ago, I was watching television with my son. He was then 13. And watching the IGP, he said to me that, so Daddy, the previous IGPs, what were they doing? And his sort of question took me by surprise. I said, what do you mean, what were they doing? He said, I mean, every time I watch television, I see this new IGP doing something. So the other ones, what were they doing? So the question is, when we step down from our roles and other people come into that position, I hope we don't want some young person to say, what did you do when you were running this entity? Or when the question is asked, it should be that you were the transformer, you were the game changer when you came to lead this entity. And that's why we at SIGA and the Ministry of Public Enterprises and Ministry of Finance, we keep pushing. This year, for instance, we've done the publication of the State Ownership Report, the second one. The first one was in 2017, and we published the second one this year. We're also looking at the equity study. We've also commissioned an asset verification exercise. I mean, it's sad that we live in a country, or in this country, most of the state-specified entities don't even know what they own. They don't track their own asset base. And all these things, I think when we hear from the Deputy Minister, help creating value for the national cake. One of the things that we're also hoping to do is to have more engagement. We've had one already. The Minister of Finance met with our board chairman. I understand that was the first time. We had a good conversation. And we're hoping that during the course of the year, we'll also be able to impress on some of our leadership, especially the Vice President, the President, the Chief of Staff, and others, to engage all of you, because it's not also the responsibility of SIGA to always to be chastising SCs. They also need to understand your challenges so that they can also give you the needed resource. Because the truth of the matter is, if you are not giving the support and the resource, it's also going to be difficult for you to achieve your own set targets. So some entities have not been able to meet their own set targets, not because the leadership are not working, but it's because the truth is they simply do not have the resources, both in terms of finance, sometimes even the human resource to work with, they don't have it. And it's important that we have these candid conversations which we've started so that we can help to resolve some of these problems. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we believe that these interventions and management tools, of which PELT is one of them, are designed to improve the reporting requirements and the performance of specified entities. I'm also glad to report that some of the SCs have begun to move from debt-ridden public purse dependents to viable revenue-generating entities, and some of these entities will be honoring tonight. Some are becoming self-dependent, some are becoming a resource for government, whilst a few others indeed have started paying dividends to government, and we salute those of you who are doing that. The PELT, which is based on the evaluation of the performance contract signed annually by specified entities, adds one more stage to help in the transformation agenda. Our goal at SIGA and at the Ministry of Public Enterprise is to build these awards over the coming years into one of the country's most significant and treasured corporate awards, an award that will be highly treasured by any CEO who means business. We also believe that it will add significant value and pride to any institution that wins it. Today, I've been asked a lot of times, there are a lot of awards in this country, so why are you guys doing another one? And I said to one of the reporters that, to the best of my recollection, there's nothing like an award like this that recognizes people in the public sector. But even if there was, as they say in Kumasi, Namdodo and Semkwine, we are going to do this to spur people on to do the right thing. And the reporter went on to ask me, what is the value of the award? And I said to him that, a few years back, I was working for a company, and we used to own a cinema house, Castle Rock, that most people had never heard of it, but we used to produce a lot of good movies. Then, bam, we won the Oscar through Sister Act 1. I think that was Whoopi Goldberg. And sitting at the Oscars for the first time, I asked my boss, because they were so happy, and these were very rich people. So I asked him, why are you so happy? It's just a trophy. He turned to me and said, Edward, you don't understand. Because in a few years' time, all that we would have is the Oscar. It will be sitting on the mantle. And that is what will define this company. And besides, our share price will go up. And the truth is that one day when we went to office, the entire company stock had gone up just because of that small Oscar trophy. It was never lost on me. And I believe that when I told the journalists today that, look, we'll all die and go, but whoever wins this trophy, as long as the company is living, or as long as the family of that CEO, they will always refer to it that when my dad or my grandmom or my great-grandmother was running this company, he or she transformed, and for that they were given this award. Whatever money you leave might be spent, but that award would be sitting there. And he said, wow, I never thought of it. And I said, me too. 30 years ago, somebody gave me this wisdom. That's why we're doing these awards. So it's just not about us giving the awards, but we want to use these awards to spur, to change, to help in the President's transformation agenda. As the Chief Director said, this is a long-term problem because when our SOEs were set up, they were not set up with the goal of adding to the GDP. They were set up with the goal of performing a public good. You employ a few people here, and if you can contribute a little bit, that's fine. But now the world has changed. And we've seen countries like China, Singapore, South Korea, where specified entities have indeed contributed a great deal to the economies of these countries. And there's no reason why we cannot do so. There's no reason why our specified entities cannot create wealth in this country for people to benefit. That is what we seek to do with these awards and all the interventions that we are putting in place. Finally, as part of tonight's program, the Chief Director alluded to it, we would like to have a brief ceremony to sign the 2022 performance contract with our specified entities. Because of time, we'll just do one symbolic signing on the stage, but we do have the contracts. And I would like to please CEOs here and Chairman that please do sign your contract if you have engaged us in your contract negotiations. We would like to have it signed before you leave and have a picture opportunity with you. Finally, I'd like to thank all the people who have worked very hard on this event. I think one of the things that Madam Christine Edmond, Chief Director, didn't say was that she is the Chief Chairman of the Planning Committee, and I call her the military advisor. Pushes all of us, do this, do that, and that's why we're here. So, Madam Christine, thank you very much for your hard work. Thank you. You've done well. We'd also like to thank the Minister who has given us a lot of his time. We'd like to thank our sponsors. AFD, the country director, is here with us, the Ministry of Finance, people who have worked hard to make today possible. We'd like to thank Kim Pinsky for the support, and most importantly and finally, to thank all of you. I mean, we have a full room of very, very busy people. So it shows you that all of us are interested in transforming our country, because the mere fact that you are here means that you want the change. And we are going to get the change, because as we connect the dots, the transformation agenda will begin to start. And I think it starts with all of us being here today. I would like to congratulate in advance all the winners, and also for those who don't win anything, you are a winner just by being here, and hopefully next year you take something home that your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren will be proud of you. Thank you very much.
Can we do it again?
Need a bigger clap. Thank you.
Maybe if you had given them a bit of Chinese, it would have, would have done the trick. Well, he used to be in China, serving as our ambassador there. Well, it's now time for me to bring on the podium someone who is a chartered accountant by profession. She is on the Parliamentary Services Board, and she is the Deputy Minister. I mean, look, we're talking about money, and she's one of those who control the cash. Kudi. If you go to my place, we call it Sika, and in a hunter we say Ozukwa, and Ozukwa is money. So maybe today when you come, you say Ozukwa. My grandmother will hear it in the village. Why? All right, so let's welcome Mrs. Abna Osei Asari with a beautiful round of applause, please. Show her love, shower her. Aha, my dear, nice one. And Mrs. is the Deputy Finance Minister, and that's why I said the honor. Mrs., over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. The Minister for Public Enterprises and Member of Parliament for Efia. Members of Parliament present. I'm too short, eh? Director General of SIGA, Boards of Specified Entities, Chief Executives, Director Generals and Managing Directors, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. I am privileged to be part of the maiden edition of the Public Enterprises League Table, PELT, Awards ceremony tonight. I'm also pleased that for the first time in Ghana's history, this initiative is being introduced to state-owned enterprises and relevant state entities to achieve more in terms of performance and service delivery. Just a few months ago, the publication of the 2020 state-owned report elicited significant debate on the performance of specified entities, with a keen focus on state-owned enterprises. Aggregate loss in the SOE sector was estimated at over 2 billion Ghana cedis, which was attributed to poor performance of about 22 SOEs, who reported losses for the 2020 financial year. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when one considers this within the context of government's exposure to the sector in terms of on-lent loans, contingent liabilities, government guarantees, and other financial support, which stood at approximately 21 billion Ghana cedis, then the situation is even more alarming. Undoubtedly, we are faced with tangible fiscal risk associated with underperformance of many SOEs and some other state entities. as well as the opportunity cost of state capital invested in them. However, with the appointment of the Minister for Public Enterprises and the full functioning of SIGA, I believe that we have a strong footing to actualize the transformational agenda of this government for our state enterprises in particular. It is our expectations that these institutional reforms will lead to a cutting-edge strategy to manage the portfolio of government investment in our state enterprises, and for which the performance management framework underpinning the league table will be a key element. I welcome this initiative championed by the Ministry of Public Enterprises with the support of SIGA. I believe that in as much as we call out underperformance of these entities, it is equally important to highlight achievements so that others may aspire to attain same or more. From the Ministry of Finance perspective, I am most interested in tracking how the rollout of PELT in subsequent years will impact on dividends, which is the most basic barometer for ascertaining whether the state capital invested in our state enterprises are achieving value. In 2020, dividend to government from specified entities was 275 million Ghana cedis. Out of this, SOEs contributed only 9 million of the total dividends received. Approximately 92.6% of dividends paid was from minority entities, which government hardly supports with capital injection. We anticipate that the PELT will play a key role in changing the narrative of poor performance and low dividends that characterize state enterprises. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to complement these efforts, the Ministry of Finance, in collaboration with the Minister for Public Enterprises, have also submitted to Cabinet the state ownership policy, which sets out the framework by which government will manage its interest in specified entities. The policy is intended to, among others, articulate government's objectives, position, and framework underpinning the management and governance of states' interest in specified entities, as well as communicate government's expectations to governing bodies, executive management, and other stakeholders. Specified entities will be required to comply with this policy and other related guidelines and regulations when these are approved. I anticipate that adherence to various provisions in the policy will eventually be a key performance criteria under the PELT. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude my statement, I'd like to draw on the words of Luke 12:48, and it reads, "And to whom they commit much, more is expected." Our history and experience show that any reform will not yield the needed results without proper leadership across the various levels of specified entities. Effective and ethical leadership will continue to be a constant as we jointly work to create value within our institutions and the country at large. In this regard, I am pleased to announce that 4 local training institutions, namely GIMPA, the Institute of Directors, Management Development and Productivity Institute, and KPMG, have been selected to deliver capacity training programs for the boards and management of specified entities. In furtherance of this, the Ministry of Finance, together with the Ministry for Public Enterprises, the Public Services Commission, and SIGA, have developed a comprehensive curriculum on corporate governance to be used by the designated institutions. The new corporate governance curriculum was piloted in March this year to train board members of 33 entities. Going forward, all members of governing boards of specified entities will be required to undergo mandatory corporate governance training with the approved institutions after the full implementation of the state's ownership policy. Finally, I urge the board and management of specified entities to honor reporting obligations under the Public Financial Management, the PFM Act 2019, Act 921. As at the end of April of this year, the ministry had received just 5 audited financial statements and 5 management accounts for the 2021 financial year. As was indicated earlier on in the year, the Director General of SIGA has been given clear directives to begin enforcing relevant sanctions specified in the PFM and SIGA laws. I urge all of us here to honor our reporting obligations in a manner consistent with the law and good corporate governance. On those notes, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate the award winners of this event. I duly acknowledge the collective efforts of the technical team and the organizers of this event. Thank you for your attention, and I wish us all a very fruitful event tonight. Thank you once again.
Can we do it again for our Deputy Minister, Mrs. Abnause Asari? All right. So this is live on GTV, live from the Kempinski Hotel here. It's the first ever Pelt Awards that we are having, and this, we believe, will spur a lot of all of us on to do more for Mother Ghana, especially those of us in the public sector. It's now time for us to hear from this man. In his constituency, Efia, he is called Men at Work. And that's why when the president named him as the minister for this sector, the president didn't make a mistake at all, because he was going to set the wheel in motion. And he's a man who inspires many, especially Honorable of the strategic training of lawyers for his constituency. I mean, when I hear stories like that, I'm like, wow. So ladies and gentlemen, to our Minister of Public Enterprises, a rousing welcome for him, Honorable Joseph Ujo. And he's from a place where when we want to say welcome, we say, and it's the same Akwaba, but I'll teach you another entire elective language. Honorable, over to you, sir.
Thank you, and good evening to you all. I'm holding papers here, and when the MC said we're not entertaining papers here, we have the QR code on our tables to scan them for the program outline. I felt shy, but I have to manage with it because it has been a hectic day, starting from Parliament, going for cabinet meeting, and rushing in here. So I asked that somebody organize my thoughts for me. So my brain was outsourced. So I have to read what has been written. Deputy ministers, members of parliament, board chairmen, director generals, CEOs, and the diplomatic corps, hearing guarded, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to the Maiden Public Enterprises League Table Awards program here at Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City. Your presence here informs me about your seriousness to turn things around in the public enterprises space. On 6 March 2021, I was sworn in as the Minister for Public Enterprises by His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic, to oversight the State Interest and Governance Authority to ensure that they attain profitability, efficiency, and economy in the entities that government has interest in. This responsibility the President bestowed on me is to solve this old problem as I understand it. And the problem ranges from high indebtedness of the state entities, loss-making characterization of them, non-performance, and typical occasional collapse if we look at the 65-year history of public enterprises. The charge to resolve such an old age problem required that we deploy different policy decisions away from the old ways of doing things to restructure the entities and to deliver on the President's vision for industrial growth, corporate growth, and institutional growth, to create expansion of the economy and also to create jobs for the teeming youth. The President's vision to solve the problems of the public enterprises is what led to the establishment of SIGA, to represent government interests and oversight the state enterprises to deliver the results we so desire. It is the same vision that led to the appointment of a Minister for Public Enterprises for the first time in the history of this country to oversight SIGA and also bring issues relating to the public enterprises directly to the President's cabinet and to the economic management team. State enterprises contribute significantly to gross domestic product, GDP, of our economy and have a significant presence in the economy. And if they stagnate, the economy will not realize its full growth potential. Ladies and gentlemen, since assuming office as the Minister for Public Enterprises, there have been lots of efforts driven together by my office, SIGA, and the Ministry of Finance to build the capacities of board members and CEOs to attain good corporate governance practices, and also made recommendations for some restructuring and turnaround. We are also strengthening the current performance contract management regime, which hitherto was just a routine. We are also developing the state ownership policy, a document which will enable us, working in partnership with SIGA and the Ministry of Finance, to deploy investment portfolio management strategies to apply to the state entities. To engender competition among the state entities, my office, in partnership with SIGA and Ministry of Finance, has introduced, and which we're here to witness this evening, the Public Enterprises League Table Awards Program, and for which reason we are all here tonight. The PELT as a tool to engender competition will rank the performance of entities in respect of attainment of targets agreed in the annual performance contract signed with SIGA. It is designed to be a technical ranking system on several dimensions, ranging from financial, efficiency, productivity, management improvement, and innovation. The PELT is envisaged to promote innovation in the management of the public enterprises. It is expected to trigger a derived motivation on the part of the boards and the CEOs to want to do better, to solve the problems of the public enterprises. We know the problems of the public enterprise, like I said, are 65 years old. And 65 years old, I think we can work collectively to send them to retirement. The award aspect of the PELT, as we're going to witness here, is to provide pecuniary incentives for improved performance and to recognize the CEOs, MDs, DGs, and their boards to attain high performance. Unlike a typical soccer league table, when an entity is last on this league table, it does not mean it is meant for relegation. But it means that entity or company needs more attention. And that attention may include capacity building or even capital injection, as the case may determine. On the other hand, when an entity is first, it means to a large extent that the entity is doing something right and must be encouraged to do more. This is why the PELT must be this is how the PELT must be understood to be a management tool as we deploy it. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I love competition because competition is fair when organized in a fair manner and brings out the best in us. Yes, the person who comes first comes under pressure to sustain the position next time. And the person who comes last in a competition also comes under pressure to improve his position next time. So both the winner and the loser in any competitive venture are brought under equal pressure. This is what makes competition very fair. And I must say, I have seen best students taken from various schools to meet and write maybe examination or a quiz. And you see one coming first and one coming last. I am aware the boards and the CEOs we have are very competent and up to their task. And when one becomes first, it should be understood that that is a fallout of a competition. It doesn't mean you run a bad enterprise. It only means there is room for improvement. I wish to appreciate the PELT technical team for working hard to ensure that the PELT Awards become a reality. I am aware that startups, whether business startup, any startup, is very difficult to attain when the wheels of success start grinding. But when we understand this, then we get to know that a maiden edition of an award will be open for a lot of criticisms. As we criticize, we remember that nothing starts perfect. And I always want to quote, I also always want to say this from the viewpoint of the Bible, that is it by design to humans that nothing starts perfect? That made God start man in a garden and ended man in a city of gold, to reflect that improvement is to be part of us. So going forward, we'll be looking for every dimension, every aspect, and your feedback will be incorporated to improve it. I see going ahead that this one, which has been done on the basis of the performance contract signed in the year 2020, this PELT set the foundation. Going forward, we may see the state ownership report becoming part of the basis for compilation of the PELT. So let's look forward to a competitive environment spared for us to bring out the best in all of us as we contribute to solving the problems of the public enterprises. As we do so, we are contributing to the President's vision of making sure that the public enterprises play their role to spur the growth of Ghana's economy. Let's enjoy the evening. Thank you so much.
Can we give it up again for our minister? So I'm sure by now you realize that everything we're doing here is all about the performance contract that is signed with the ministry and SIGA in 2020. So, I mean, the entities will be signing another performance contract with the SIGA and the Ministry for Public Enterprises. But because of time, one entity will be doing that representation for all of them. But the officers will ensure that all the other entities get the contract so they can sign for us. So we'll be having the CBG board chair here with us, as well as the CEO, to do the signing on behalf of the entities. And then we'll have Honorable Joseph Kujo here signing on behalf of the state, as well as the Director General of SIGA, Ambassador Edward Boateng. So the board chair of CBG and the CEO kindly come upstairs for us, humbly. So as they make their way here, can we give them a round of applause, the board chair and CEO of CBG. Oh, kindly give them a round of applause. They are coming, I've seen them. So they will be signing the performance contract on behalf of the other entities with the SIGA and the Ministry for Public Enterprises. The Ministry of course, when we are talking about all of this, we're talking about money matter. So the Ministry of Finance will always be present. So we'll have our Deputy Minister also joining the Minister for Public Enterprises, as well as the DG for SIGA. All right. So as CBG is here, maybe welcome our ministers and the DG as well. With a round of applause as they come. So the Director General of SIGA would sign, as well as the board chair for CBG. The two of them will sign first. And then we'll have the Deputy Minister of Finance signing for the Minister of Finance. And then we'll have Honorable Joseph Kujo also signing. So this is a ceremonial signing of the performance contract. So this is what the next award to be based on. At the end of the day, the performance will be evaluated, there will be scores, and then they will be ranked for us to know which SOE or specified entity is doing well. So we can come here again and give them a pat on the back for performing better in the year under review. So this is a ceremony we're doing on behalf of the other entities. All the other entities will be having their performance contract, so they can sign that on behalf of that entity and the state. So the Director General of SIGA, Ambassador Edward Boateng, is presenting the signed contract to the board chair of CBG. Oh, a round of applause for us. So the board chair of CBG is Mr. Welbeck Abra Pia. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. Grateful to the board chair and CEO of CBG. Okay. You represented the CEO. The Director of Finance represented the CEO of CBG. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you very much to the Ministers of Finance and Public Enterprises, as well as a DG for SIGA. Well, we need to move on. Soon we will be awarding the enterprises or the entities that performed well in terms of their the performance that they did for that contract they signed in 2020. But before then, we would have to bring you another thing. We've had videos of the CEOs, and we need to show you that one before we can move on to be awarding. So if we are ready, let's have those videos, and then afterwards we'll come in here with the awards.
I am the CEO for the Ghana Enterprises Agency, formerly the National Board for Small Scale Industries. Currently, I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Enterprises Agency. The Ghana Enterprises Agency is an agency under the Ministry of Trade and Industry that has been mandated to support and strengthen micro, small, and medium enterprises. Our mandate also includes coordinating the sector to ensure that MSMEs in this country can accelerate their growth and also create employment and jobs for Ghanaians. The Ghana Enterprises Agency has 209 offices across the length and breadth of the nation, 37 business resource centers that are also scattered across various districts to provide one-stop shop solutions or business development services for Ghanaian micro, small, and medium enterprises. We provide many programs and services to these MSMEs, youth, women, men, and persons with disabilities. One is business development services, where we go into businesses and diagnose challenges and create opportunities for them to grow. Secondly, people who have ideas, who don't know where to go or how to start, where we come in and provide them with solutions and training to be able to start their own businesses. Thirdly, we also provide access to finance or create opportunities to facilitate access to finance. Fourthly, we are also able to create support through regulatory agencies where businesses can get access to food and drug certificates at reduced prices, discounted through the support and services that we give, and also in a timely manner. The future of Ghana Enterprises Agency is very bright. To date, we're looking at a sustainable model to build and grow MSMEs by creating a fund that would allow them to access the right quality funding to support and build their businesses whilst they wait to get funding from the financial institutions, private equity funds, or other players in the sector. We're also looking at designing well-targeted interventions that would create intentional support to MSMEs. At a time when the whole world is reeling and there are a lot of challenges, this is now the time to build our local industries. And with an agency such as Ghana Enterprises Agency, our goal and our time is now to be able to hold and build the businesses so that we can grow this nation together. Today, I would like to thank the President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for his vision and his leadership. Because without that vision and leadership, we would not be where we are now. He understood us, he stood by us, and even before the pandemic hit, we created an entity, Ghana Enterprises Agency, that would move to transform and build businesses in levels and ways that no one has ever seen before.
My name is Jerry Ahmed Shaib. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Coastal Development Authority. I am a legal practitioner by profession. I hold a master's in philosophy and typically in sociology. I also hold an MBA in corporate governance, and I also hold an MBA in marketing. I was fortunate to be appointed by His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, sometime in October 2018. Now leading the Coastal Development Authority team. We at Coastal Development Authority had to start full operations 2nd January when His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo signed into law the Coastal Development Authority Act 2017, Act 961. The basis or the mandate of the authority is to provide a platform or a framework for social and economic development of the zone. We also provide a comprehensive development strategy for the zone. The zone is actually made up of 6 regions. The regions are Oti, Volta, Greater Accra, Central, Western, and Western North. And out of these 6 regions come 109 constituencies. And these 109 constituencies are constituencies that we are supposed to do what we call the IPEP in. The IPEP is the Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication Program. The IPEP allows the Development Authority to meet with the respective constituencies, opinion leaders, members of parliament, assembly members, MMDCs, and the constituents themselves to do what we call the needs assessment. And when these needs assessments are done, we take up whatever their requests are and then intend or through the vehicle of IPEP ensure that they are provided. We had our commencement one sometime, the first commencement one sometime in September 2019 and started with procurement of projects in 2020. By God's grace, we've done a few projects. We first of all took over some projects also from the Ministry of Special Development Initiatives. They are done a lot. They are then done one constituency, one ambulance, one village, one dam, some warehouses, some other markets, and some other constructional projects. We took over and also decided to do about 733 projects. These projects some form health projects, some form educational projects, some form road networks, some form the judiciary projects that come in the form of courts. Some are also in the form of sports development that you see some astroturfs being constructed by the Development Authority. Apart from all of this, the Development Authority also saw the need to get down to the people and also provide relief and support for them. So in these veins, we went in with some social intervention activities or initiatives. So we have what we call the CODA Drive. The CODA Drive actually sought to deal with the issues or the menace of the Okada and its consequences. So the CODA Drive provides vehicles to Okada riders, commercial drivers, and some people who are interested in dealing with this Okada issue but are not in the position to ride motorbikes but want to drive. We give them some of these vehicles at high purchase agreement at very, very subsidized rates. And then we also have the CODA Credit Union. This is a member-owned credit union. So they do their own contributions, and whatever monies come, those monies are assigned or allocated to its members. We also have what we call the CODA Health Train. It's a train whose purpose or which purpose was to get to the people, especially those who do not have money or funds to go to the facilities, to get them also registered on the National Health Insurance Scheme free of charge, and also to provide them with free medication and medical screening. So we also sought to deal with issues of surgeries, which are minor surgeries. For women, we take care of fibroid surgeries, and for men, we also took care of hernia. We also have what we call the CODA farm support. This farm support basically was to also look at peasant farmers, provide them with some basic tools so that they're also supported in their farming activities. We want to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President for establishing these development authorities, because development really and naturally has come to the doorsteps of the people. What they seek to enjoy from these development authorities are that they get direct and personal benefits, and we think that going forward they are going to be the major end users of most of the constructing. And if by God's grace things are going the way they go, we are going to see most of our projects all over the place, and the Ghanaian people are going to be the #1 beneficiaries of all of this project. Thank you, and God bless us.
All right.
My name is
Lawyer Nane. Okay. Lawyer Mebon Sewama, why? Thank you very much. We were expecting to be joined by the Vice President. He showed a lot of willingness to be here. Within the week, he met the Pelt Committee and said he was really interested in this. And one thing he said is that whoever comes last will be mocked at later. So pray you don't come last. But something very urgent came in, so he couldn't make his way here to join us. But today, with the aid of technology, we are able to join meetings from wherever we are around the globe. So by the aid of technology, we have the Vice President on tape now, and let's listen to our Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Oh, I thought you were going to clap for our vice president, the hardworking vice president.
The Honorable Minister for Public Enterprises and MP for Ifia, the Honorable Joseph Kujo. Honorable Minister for Finance, Honorable Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, the Director General of SIGA, Ambassador Edward Boateng, board chairs, directors, and chief executives of specified entities, our development and donor partners, members of the diplomatic corps, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me to this award ceremony. When I received the invitation, I was very happy to accept because state entities play an important role in the economy of our country. There is no doubt that they would continue to play critical roles in the economy going forward, and the government will give them all the support needed to achieve profitable and sustainable operations. The story of state entities in Ghana has for a long time not been encouraging. Since 2017, however, we have seen improvements that provide hope that the measures being put in place by the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo are beginning to yield results. This is why I believe the theme, improving public sector business outcomes, is particularly relevant to this maiden Public Enterprises League table. Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is worthy to note that the recent interest in specified entities is because of the openness and transparency that this government has demonstrated by laying bare all the relevant facts that pertain to these entities. For those who have followed particularly the publication of the state ownership reports, you will notice that the state of reporting has significantly improved from what it was before. We had entities that had not presented audited reports or audited accounts over a long period. While stating this, however, I would like to admit that there are still several non-complying entities when it comes to financial reporting. I would like to also state that relative to timely financial reporting, the honeymoon is long over and severe sanctions will follow from now onwards for those who fail to meet required deadlines as specified in the law. The state must generate beneficial economic and social outcomes from its investments in these entities and the efforts made to improve reporting. The use of digital technology should make reporting much easier and seamless going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I wholeheartedly support the innovation of the Public Enterprises League table because it provides a pathway for recognizing well-performing boards, CEOs, and their management. It is my wish that the Public Enterprises League table would become the gold standard for recognizing specified entities whose responsiveness and performance would be open for all to see. I would like to take this moment to say a big thank you and congratulate the Honorable Minister for Public Enterprises, Honorable Joseph Kujo, for his innovation in bringing about the Public Enterprises League table. It is not surprising to me because he really is he has a brilliant mind and is always full of ideas. And this new Public Enterprises League table is a brilliant idea. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the critical issue of contingent liabilities of state entities and their impact on government finances crowds out the opportunity to fully address pressing issues of national development. It is not right that entities who have been entrusted with key state assets declare losses for tax revenue meant for critical services to be diverted to support them. I am reliably informed by the Minister of Public Enterprise that a state ownership policy, performance management framework, and a code of corporate governance for specified entities have been developed in conjunction with the Ministry of Finance, Public Services Commission, and SIGA for Cabinet's consideration. Together with the performance agreement signed between entities and SIGA, I expect to see vibrant and profitable specified entities going forward. Let me hasten to add that the specified entities register will soon be published, and all entities therein listed will have to comply with all reporting requirements of the SIGA Act 990. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the intention of government that some state-owned enterprises be listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. This is to give Ghanaians the opportunity to participate in their activities. It would also open the companies up to greater transparency and the tenets of good corporate governance. Besides the above, the listing would make available to the companies additional capital for investment and growth without resorting to government for capital injection. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to declare the first Public Enterprises League table aimed at improving public sector business outcomes duly launched. I thank you all for your time and attention. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. Thank you very, very much.
So that His Excellency Al-Haji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, can we give it up again for our Vice President? He's proving to the fact that he really understands digitization. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time is now here for us to start awarding our, per the performance contract, the hardworking state-owned enterprises and specified entities. We'll start with the most innovative SOE. And to do us the honors in presenting this award is someone I knew in Cape Coast who was the Central Regional Minister, Engineer Dr. Nana Atto Arthur. He is the head of local government service. Please welcome him with a round of applause. He's coming to present the most innovative SOE for us. Oh, Mukrom Infantine Urban, Bumman Biome.
So a very simple task for me. The first one has to do with the most innovative SOE. So now the nominees are
for most innovative state-owned enterprise: TDC Development Company Limited, Weak Power Authority, Electricity Company of Ghana Limited, Volta River Authority, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority.
Obiniyem. So the most innovative SOE, Volta River Authority.
That's the Volta River Authority. Please show your love for Volta River Authority. VRA, the most innovative SOE. So just for you to know, this award goes to the SOE, which recorded the highest KPI scores in innovations under the signed performance contract in the award year. That Volta River Authority, VRA, is taking a lot of innovation. So congrats to them. Once again, can we show our love to VRA? So that's the police band there. Wonderful. All right. So we have to do the next one, which is the most innovative regulator. Doc.
Second one, the most innovative regulator. And now the nominees are...
Here are the nominees for most innovative regulator. National Theatre of Ghana, Environmental Protection Agency, Ghana Highway Authority, Gaming Commission of Ghana, Authority.
Minister, Obiniyem, you know, when we were young, Minister says he like competition. When you're going to present an award, you say, Obiniyem, you don't know who's going to win. But this time, the most innovative regulator, Gaming Commission of Ghana.
So that's the Gaming Commission. Oh, please, a round of applause for them. Gaming Commission of Ghana, most innovative regulator of the year. Well done. Oh, show your love for the Gaming Commission of Ghana, most innovative regulator of the year. Thank you very much. All right, so all this for you. Gaming Commission. This is a Maiden Pelt Award, Public Enterprises League table, and we're awarding hardworking public enterprises. Your love once again for the Gaming Commission. Thank you very much. That's what it is. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Engineer Dr. Nana Atuatha. This man, he did some rough in Cape Coast, in the central region. Ananana Maman Kanina. All right. Thank you very much. So we move on to the next awards. We are doing the most compliant SOE. So amongst the SOEs, which one is the most compliant? And we have the honors to be joined by Dr. Mohammed Sani. He is director for PFMRP. Please. So for the Public Financial Reform Program, he is the director. Doc, over to you. Most compliant SOE.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's exciting to be here and to be given looking at the nominees and also the eventual winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the most compliant SOE, the nominees are there on your screen. Thank you.
Here are the nominees for most compliant state-owned enterprise: Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Ghana Irrigation Development Authority, Electricity Company of Ghana Limited, TDC Development Company Limited.
Ghana Irrigation. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you realize the names, there is Ghana in all the names. So one of the Ghana has won the award. Which of the Ghana do you think? Ghana ECG, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, the award winner is Ghana Irrigation Development Authority.
The most compliant SOE of the year, Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC. Congrats to you. Most compliant SOE of the year. Jose. Ade, Makambi Biana. Almost a day. I answer me who be na make come fan chime why. Near about this talk. So we now move on to the most compliant regulator.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about compliance, and the speeches that came out of here were about what are we doing with our financial reporting, what are we doing with our audit reports, and what have you. And I think where there is a compliant SOE, there should also be a compliant regulator. Ladies and gentlemen, on the point of most compliant regulator, the nominees are asked on the screen.
Here are the nominees for Most Compliant Regulator: Community Water and Sanitation Agency, Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, National Theatre of Ghana, Environmental Protection Agency, Gaming Commission of Ghana.
And of course,
here are the nominees for Most Compliant Regulator: Community Water and Sanitation Agency, Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, National Theatre of Ghana, Environmental Protection Agency, Gaming Commission of Ghana. Here are the nominees for Most Compliant Regulator: Community Water and Sanitation Agency, Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, National Theatre of Ghana, Environmental Protection Agency, Gaming Commission of Ghana.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, amazing enough, the winner is only known to me. Is that not so? But, I mean, with excitement, the winner of this very award is Environmental Protection Agency.
Environmental Protection Agency there. Congrats for this award. All right. Oh, show your love to the EPA for winning this award. Your applause will spur them on to do better next year. All right, can we give them the plaque now? So Doc should present it to the EPA. All right, thank you very much. Grateful. Thank you, Doc. We are grateful to you. So now we move on to the most financially sustainable regulator. Anyway, so we are awarding the most financially sustainable regulator. To do us the honors is Mrs. Cynthia Asare-Bediako. She's Chief Director for the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. Please, let's welcome our mother with a round of applause. The most financially sustainable regulator.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the awards keep going. Now the nominees for this award are...
Here are the nominees for most financially sustainable regulator: Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, Community Water and Sanitation Agency, Food and Drugs Authority, Ghana Maritime Authority, Gaming Commission of Ghana.
Now let's see who emerges the most financially sustainable regulator. You want to guess? I wish you could. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Foods and Drugs Authority. Food and Drugs Authority. Food and Drugs. Most financially sustainable regulator. Financially sustainable regulator. Food and Drugs Authority. Welcome. Congratulations. Congratulations. Food and Drugs Authority, most financially sustainable regulator. Congratulations. Congratulations, Food and Drugs Authority. Keep it up. You have a charge to keep it up. We want to see you next time still winning. Congratulations.
Congrats to the Food and Drugs Authority. We now do the most efficient regulator.
So we continue. The most efficient regulator. Let's see the nominees.
Here are the nominees for most efficient regulator: Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, Ghana Meteorological Agency, Ghana Standards Authority, Ghana AIDS Commission, Water Resources Commission.
Can we have the plus coming?
Here are the nominees for most efficient regulator: Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, Ghana Meteorological Agency, Ghana Standards Authority, Ghana AIDS Commission, Water Resources Commission.
Okay. Need to know the name. Another time of guessing. The nominees, as we had them, the most efficient regulator. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Water. Can you continue? Resources Commission. Water Resources Commission. Can we have Water Resources Commission. Are they here? We have them trotting to pick their awards. Water Resources Commission. Here they come. Let's continue to clap for them. This is the maiden award. A charge to keep. A charge to keep you have. Water Resources Commission. Congratulations. Congratulations. Good. Keep it up. We want to see you again. Your citation. Yes. Congratulations. Keep it up. Let's see you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Cynthia Asare Bediako there. She is the Chief Director of the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. Well, so congrats to all the award winners. Can we give it up again for them, all of them? I'm sure some of you are asking, award nibia. Don't worry. I'd know what kind of nominees are, then I'll hear from one side as they will mention the entity name. But everything, all the awards, they are being given the award based on their performance with regards to the contract that they signed with the state. So the police band will take over from us. When we come, more awards. But in the meantime, you can enjoy the cocktails. Just order for anything and enjoy yourself. This is by the Ministry of Public Enterprises and SIGA. So enjoy yourself. This is the Maiden Pelt Awards. We are grateful. All right, thank you very much, the Ghana Police Band. Thank you so much. We are grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on now and continue with the awards. The next one will be done by us. So we'll be awarding the best in intertrading, that is the specified entity that made the effort to ensure they are getting some services from other state specified entities. So that's where we are now. We're doing the best intertrading and most digital specified entity. So to help us do this or present the awards, we'll be welcoming to the podium the presenter very shortly. But this is the first edition or the maiden edition of the PELT Awards, and we are giving a pat on the back of state specified entities who are doing so well. So to help us with the next batch of presentation is the Deputy Finance Minister, Mrs. Abena Osei Asare. Oh, a round of applause for Mrs. So we'll start with best in intertrading.
Best intertrading specified entity. The nominees are...
Here are the nominees for Best Intertrading Specified Entity: Ghana Cocoa Board, Food and Drugs Authority, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Ghana Standards Authority, Electricity Company of Ghana Limited, Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority.
Best intertrading specified entity. Can you guess? Who would like to try for some sika, as they say? So the best intertrading specified entity goes to Food and Drugs Authority. They deserve a better applause. Please do. This is their second award. This is their second award.
was a on the man the sea, oh, what he say, yes, to Timo, yes, to Timo, what's on the man the sea, Medim kunimo What's me more? Me with Jesus, what's me more? Yes, throughout the year, Jehovah has been so good. Jesus, me with Jesus, what's me more? You saved me, transformed my life. Yes, Lord. No one can do the things you do for me. Yeah, Jesus, Jehovah, unto me more, unto me more. Hallelujah. Yes, I know him. You will overcome it with every problem. You will overcome it. He lives in me. I'm your Jesus. I have Jehovah. What's in me more? Me with Jesus, what's in me more? Hello. Hello. Mama and Daniel, sorry, Danka Krawati. Are you ready to dance? Hallelujah. Can you lift up your right hand? Oh, come on, come on, come on. Hey, come on.
Oh, na 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 na.
Where are my ladies? Come on. Miunia minka, Jimmy free busam putreni nemo. Swamani swina manaya me wawa. Asita jumo kuha. Come on. Osasido nyangaye osasido. Yesu sasido. Asasido. Asasido. Oh yeah, my hand on the who's oh yeah, yes, oh yeah, ah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, my hand on the who's oh yeah, yes, oh yeah. Since you was the German man, everything dropping you won't come. Mama, when you got my say I won't come. Iradiwe. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. 1, 2, that's how we are. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My hand on the who's how we are. Yes, oh yeah. He deserve it. He deserve it. He deserve it. Come on now. Yaga fuerati. Yaga funiji. Va geuza. Inse kubo. Tubenje sokamu. Muveni na yeda. Come on. One, two, yeah, oh yeah. Yes, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jesus, you deserve it. Jehovah. Oh, Para say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. Yes, oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, come. Thank you so much. God bless you.
So that was a powerful one by Ohima Mercy, and I'm sure that was a shock for you. So congrats to all the award winners so far. Whilst I'm winning awards, I'm not winning awards. So all that I can do is to change myself. I also feel that I've also won something tonight. So this is my award, to change myself, so that if my grandmother is watching me in the village, she will go like, yeah, Mananan Wedru. In my language, she would say, ah, Manana Judea. And that's a hunter. If you, maybe I lost you somewhere. So we now have to present the state-owned enterprise of the year, as well as the regulator of the year. And very shortly we'll be presenting to you who will be helping us to do this. But remember, this is the Maiden Pelt Award. We are live on social media. It's on the Pelt Awards Facebook page. It's on the Ministry for Public Enterprises Facebook, as well as SIGA, and also live on the nation's broadcaster, the Ghana Television. We're live there all around Ghana. Everybody is watching us now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the state-owned enterprise of the year, as well as the regulator of the year. So let me try and get whoever will be helping us to do this. I mean, this is the first of its kind. We have to innovate to do a lot of things. So I have to be here to tell you who will be helping us to do this. So Mr. Christopher Quartet, if you are here, kindly help us. AFD Country Director, Mr. Christopher Quartet. Okay. A round of applause for him as he comes. Your applause is too low, please. So he is helping out with the SOE of the year and the regulator of the year. Chief.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm a bit shy, so please applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the privilege. And now let's see who are the nominees for the State-Owned Enterprise of the Year. Thank you.
Here are the nominees for State-Owned Enterprise of the Year. Electricity Company of Ghana Limited, Bui Power Authority, Ghana Grid Company Limited, TDC Development Company Limited, Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Limited.
Some very good partners of AFD. Wow. We would love to work with that company. So the nominees and the state-owned enterprise of the year is TDC Development Company Limited. Congratulations. So, TDC Development Company Limited.
Thank you very much, Mr. Quartet, for helping us out with this one. Grateful, sir. Yeah. So let's do the regulator of the year, and this time will be held by the one who is Superintendent Siga to do all the wonderful things they are doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the podium Ambassador Edward Boateng again to help us with regulator of the year. Please, your applause is so low. One more man, aye.
The regulator of the year. Oh, the regulator of the year. And the nominees are...
Here are the nominees for Regulator of the Year: Gaming Commission of Ghana, Ghana Standards Authority, Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, Environmental Protection Agency.
The award Can you take a guess which entity is going to win? Gaming Commission. The regulator of the year goes to Driver, Vehicle and Licensing Authority.
Ladies and gentlemen, the main reason why we are here tonight is the Public Enterprises League table. We'll be publishing that to you shortly, but we need to apologize to both GIDA and GMPC for the mishap earlier. The explanation is that when we're doing the mock run for this program, we used entities for the mock run. And when we're done, we should have been able to correct it so that the original winners would then reflect. Unfortunately, when we want to go digital, sometimes the technology teaches us lessons. So forgive us for the mishap, both GIDA and GMPC. But you've seen that beautiful stool there, the Public Enterprises League table. So now we are going to show you for the first time the league table itself. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are with the Public Enterprises League table. So 48 is Irrigation Company of Upper Regions. 47, the Precious Minerals Marketing Company Limited. 46, Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company Limited. 45, Railway Company Limited. 45, Ghana News Agency. 43, Grains and Legumes Development. 42, Gehok. Metro Mass Transit Limited. 41, 40th Data Protection Commission. 39th PSC Tema Shipyard. 38 Ghana Supply Company Limited. 37 Ghana Cocoa Board. 36 Ghana Publishing Company Limited. 35 Tema Oil Refinery. 34 the State Housing Company Limited. 33 position National Food Buffer Store Company. 32nd position Ghana AIDS Commission. The 31st position goes to the National Vocational Training Institute. Now 30th Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority. 29th Graphic Communications Group Limited. 28th the Forestry Commission. Occupying the 27th position Ghana Highway Authority. The 27th position goes to the Water Resources Commission. 25 Food and Drugs Authority. 24th Ghana Maritime Authority. 23rd the Ghana Meteorological Agency. 22nd the Ghana Water Company Limited. 21st Ghana Gas. 20th the Volta Lake Transport Company Limited. 19th the GBC, the state broadcaster. 18th Ghana Post. 17th is the Community Water and Sanitation Agency. 16th Architectural and Engineering Services Limited, AESL. 15th Ghana Airport Company Limited. 14th GNPC. 13th Ghana Standards Authority. 12th Ghana Irrigation Development Authority. Occupying the 11th position Volta River Authority. 10th EPA. 9th Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. 8th is Boko Storage and Transportation Limited, BOST. 7th National Theatre of Ghana. Number 6 is Buipa Authority. Okay, so now the nominees for the ultimate award of the evening and of course of the year. So to help us do this presentation is the man himself, the man in charge of the Public Enterprises Ministry, Honorable Joseph Kujo. A round of applause for him as he makes his way to the podium. And now, the nominees for the ultimate award of the day and, of course, of the year. The overall specified entity of the year 2020.
The overall specified entity of the year, I think that's an enviable position to occupy. But as per my understanding of the year 2020, right? Okay, 2020 will come, and we'll see whether the overall will still be the overall. And we'll see whether the last will still be the last. In any case, the nominees for 2020 overall specified entity of that year. Let's go.
Here are the nominees for overall specified entity of the year. Electricity Company of Ghana Limited, Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, TDC Development Company Limited, Bui Power Authority, Ghana Grid Company Limited, Gaming Commission of Ghana.
What company is it? ECG. I've seen the name of ECG come on a lot of the nominations. Is it ECG? No. Okay. Since you say no, I will tell you what it is. Should I? Okay. Overall specified entity of the year 2020 is TDC Development Company.
You're going to turn me up a little bit.
True love they define. Made this girl like the light. She mess up my mind.
The overall specified entity of the year goes to the TDC Development Company Limited. Overall winners for the 2020. Overall specified entity of the year.
Overall specified entity.
I see you. Okay. I understand that the CEO herself is not around, but then the representative of the CEO would symbolically sit on the 2020 Pearls seat on her behalf for a photograph. So you are crowned. Okay. So there it goes. Hold this. And then with this in your hand, with the award in your hand, you sit.
Ambassador Edward Boateng will join them for this. They are the overall winners for the year. And when they are done, they will give their acceptance speech. And then we see whether or not they will be able to be on that stool for 2021. So TDC Company Limited have won the highest honor tonight. the specified entity of the year 2020, TDC Company Limited. Oh, a round of applause for them. They've done well. So we'd have to hear from them. Okay, so do us the honor, sir.
Thank you so much. We are overwhelmed with this award. TDC was established about some 70 years ago, and we are in the business of building houses and facilitating all forms of real estate development. So we do build residential houses, institutional estates, industrial, as well as commercial. So our area of operation is around the Tema acquisition area to the boundaries of Accra. So we will encourage you to visit our premises, and I will show you what we have. Certainly we have affordable housing, but we cover the range as well to the middle and upper. But our focus is for the lower to middle income. We thank you for this honor. We thank the organizers. We thank the Honorable Minister for Public Enterprise, and of course our key regulator, the State Interest and Governance Authority. And we assure you that this is not something that we are going to let go easily. We are going to maintain our title, and we'll see you next year, and we'll pick the crown once more. Thank you very much.
So can we have, okay, a round of applause for the at this juncture. Can we have all the award winners joining them on stage? For all the award winners, can we have you on stage? All the entities that won awards. You can, maybe reps from your end can come with your awards for a photograph. All the entities that won awards here tonight, can we have reps of you presenting your award on stage for a photograph? This is the Made in Pelt Awards, live on GTV, live on the social media pages of the Ministry of State Public Enterprises, as well as the Pelt Awards and SIGA. Can we have all the award winners joining us on stage for a photograph? FDA, DVLA, Gaming Commission, all of you on stage for a photograph. A round of applause to all the award winners for the work they've done in the year under review. Next year, or 2021, it might be your company or your entity winning big. So let's appreciate them. Yeah, TDC, you can be on the stool. It is your stool. Let's see how long you can be seated on that one. It's a challenge for all of us. Oh, some of you can please come this way. We have a lot of spaces here. Camera guys, can we kindly hold on for us, we beg. Technical team, can you kindly help us with the podium? Technical team, can you kindly help us? The technical team, can you kindly help us with the podium, because great. So the guys in charge of lighting, these are winners for the night. So you know you have to do. Kindly let's feel the vibe that in fact these are our award winners. Some fanfare. Let's feel it. The guys in charge of the lighting. This is the Made in Pelt Awards. We have on the podium now, on the stage, all our award winners for the night. Of course, the biggest award winners being the TDC Company Limited. So please, band, let's feel your presence now. Lighting, please. Show our award winners the love they deserve. They've done really well. Please, band, we want to feel you at this moment. Give it up to all our award winners. Oh, another applause for our winners. They've done so well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you. Grateful. Congrats to the TDC Company Limited once again for being the specified entity of the year. At this juncture, we need to thank you for coming. So we'll call on Madame Olivia Opoku-Adoma to help us with the vote of thanks. A round of applause for our mommy, head of performance and evaluation at SIGA. Head of performance and monitoring evaluation at SIGA, Mame Olivia Opoku-Adoma. It's a beautiful name.
Thank you very much, MC. It's been a very, very exciting night, and I am so much delighted. Honorable Minister for Public Enterprises, Honorable Joseph Ujo, Honorable Members of Parliament present, my Director General of State Interest and Governance Authority, Head of the Local Government Service Secretariat, distinguished CEOs, MDs, Executive Directors of the specified entities, our development partners present, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished invited guests, distinguished staff of SIGA and Ministry of Public Enterprises, directors of ministries, departments here. It is my privilege and honor to propose a vote of thanks for tonight's event. And I would first of all acknowledge the hard work of our organizers, my dear sister Christy being the chair, and my minister and my DJ and the planning committee members for the yeoman's work that you've done. Indeed, it's been a very wonderful night. And I believe that most of them have left because some came here right after work. We thank you so much. And I would like to thank Our Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Mamoudou Bawumia. You know, Dr. spared his time. He's so busy, but all the same, he decided to join us online and gave us a very knowledgeable speech that I believe that it would enhance the performance of our specified entities. Let me thank again everyone who made it possible to be here, especially the CEOs, the MDs, the executive directors, blessing us tonight with their presence. We are so grateful. And I believe this being the maiden one, there may be some hitches, but nevertheless, we are going to do our best next year. And even this first year, I'm so much delighted to see what a wonderful night, wonderful event that we've had tonight. Thank you very much for all of you for coming, and we believe that from tonight, those who couldn't win the award would be blessed to get the award next year. Let me again congratulate the awardees for tonight's Maiden Pelt Awards.
We thank you for coming. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Godfred Soa Kate, is he around? Okay, Godfred is not here. Then let me pray. Louisa Obeng. Louisa, are you around? Kindly help us with the closing prayer, Louisa. Louisa Obeng. She's coming, eh? Okay. Oh, a round of applause for her. In a very sweet jumpsuit. Thank you.
Shall we bow down our heads in prayer? Heavenly Father, we thank you for such an awesome program. We commit ourselves into your hands even as we go home. For traveling mercies for everyone back home. And we ask for your continuous protection. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
So thank you all for coming. We are so grateful that you came for this event. We'll meet again, God willing, another time. Until then, may God be with all of us. Shalom. See you next year. My name once again is Samuel Kojo Brace of Joy News. Thanks for being a part of this.